Hey everyone, it's Fitz with the Walk and Talk. Just leaving the Chris Kleiman and players post-game press conference. That was impressive. That's a really good Nevada team. Someone asked me after the game if I stuck by my thought that that's the best team on the non-conference schedule, and yeah, certainly the most potent offense. Carson Strong is really special. He made some throws that you just don't see at the college level very often. So being able to slow him down was just absolutely enormous throughout the course of this game. He had his moments, but for the most part, the defense dictated things pretty well throughout this contest. 34-17 in a game that Nevada was a 2-point favorite. Run the ball for umpteen yards. They ran it 48 out of 61 plays from scrimmage. They were committed to the run, and they got that done. It was really impressive to watch them just absolutely dominate the line of scrimmage in that fourth quarter. It was 17-17 in the third in case they took over late and just ran it right through Nevada in that fourth quarter. It's a sign of a pretty good football team. Hey, it's the sports information guys again. Let's put them in the background because they do a good job too, and they wave. See, they're nice. You know what? I don't know where this team's headed this season, but this is a pretty good football team. And it's one of those teams that is surpassing their talent level, their collected talent level. They got some special players, no doubt about it. Deuce Vaughn, it's his fifth 100-yard game. He's gone over 1,000 yards for the season, for his career. Just really, really impressive football player. Made some huge plays as this game wore on. But mostly this team is exactly that. It's a team. It's a group of guys that really like each other, want to play for each other. They're not selfish. They're not worried about getting touches. They knew today they were going to try to run the ball. They knew today it'd be about the offensive line and the defense stopping a first-round draft pick at quarterback. And they did those things. Again, this is a nice win. I mean, I'm not sure people are going to really appreciate this because it is a non-Power 5. But as we look through the landscape of college football, we realize that FCS, Group of 6, Power 5, whatever it is, good football teams that know how to win, they're tough. They're tough. And K-State's seen that the last 2 weeks going up against two teams that have a good understanding of self and really played some pretty good football for the most part. But boy, as that game wore on, you could see Chris Kleiman's philosophy of playing a lot of guys, trying to be fresh in the fourth quarter, started to pay dividends because Nevada was just worn out by game's end. They couldn't stop the ball at the point of attack. The line took over. Coach Kleiman mentioned Connor Riley and Messingham kind of moved some things around there in the third quarter after Nevada came out and made some adjustments at halftime. But Deuce Vaughn, man, Joe Irvin, wow. It's a pretty good pair of running backs K-State has. And because of the way K-State played, they took all the pressure off the quarterbacks. We've been told that they wanted to get Jaron Lewis into the game. I didn't expect it in the second quarter. You know, they didn't ask him to do much, but they did find a way for him to run the offense. Coach Kleiman mentioned he made a lot of checks. You know, he wasn't just handing the ball off like a fan might see. He was actually getting his team into those plays. Played with a great deal of rhythm. And when they came out in the third quarter, and Will and the offense kind of looked the same as they had in his second and third possessions, I was a little worried. Credit Will Howard, man. He just kept grinding. He found his rhythm, particularly running the ball. I mean, he tucked it and ran really effectively at times late in the game. I guess it's 3-0. They're 3-0 despite a quarterback that got injured, but mostly because, and we shouldn't forget this, that defense out there, that's playing at a really high level. Again, they mentioned the mob mentality, what it's like to be in the mob, be part of the mob, and they mobbed up at times. You know, just so many role players. Nate Matlack running down Carson Strong from behind on a fourth and long or whatever that was and tripping him up, stopping him just short of a first down. Huge plays. Stacking all those on top of each other, you get a win that ends up being as convincing as 34-17. On to Oklahoma State. I'm going to go home and watch that game with Boise. I'm very intrigued by that game. I don't have a full grasp of Oklahoma State. I haven't been blown away, but I haven't really seen them much. So we'll see. The table's set. We don't know when Skylar Thompson will be back. Could be next week, I don't know. But I think you probably feel a lot better about Kansas State football. That's it for today's Walk and Talk. We'll talk to you on Tuesday with another one of these after the press conference. K-State moves to 3-0, sweeps that non-conference schedule. They're right on track to accomplish what they want to accomplish in 2021.